Now for the show that's truly too hot to handle. It's The Melting Pat, and it starts right now.
You're listening to The Melting Pat. Here's your host, Pat Johnson.
Well, thank you, Jerome. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show, The Melting Pat. Thank you so much for being here. If you're a patron, you've already been here for like 15 minutes, and you saw me get real about some stuff that happened, which I'm not going to do on the show, because, well, that's why it's a bonus. All right? So subscribe for $5 a month. You can see me in my Jazz Wave headband, and let me know if I look really short, by the way. I feel short. Like, the way I'm sitting in the chair makes me feel really short, and I look ridiculous, but anyway. How are you, my friend? You okay? You good? I know a lot's going on in the universe, and not a lot of it's very good, but I do hope you're well. I hope you're finding ways to I don't know, take time for yourself, or just wrap yourself up in something so you don't have to watch the news or anything like that, or scroll through the news, I should say. So I hope you're all good. We're going to try to have some fun here today. We got a song from our new friends, Misty Eyed. I started a monthly newsletter. We'll talk about that. I was dealing with IT at work again, and it was just as dumb as maybe you can laugh at how stupid this thing is with me. And then we'll talk about a planned Tony Hawk game that probably is now not happening. And then we'll talk sports a little bit at the end. We got Phillies and the Avalanche, and I don't know what else. But I think we're good. Yes, hope you're well. Hope you're doing all right. And anything else that I was going to tell you just now? I don't think so. Oh, if you're doing here's a random thing I thought of. Because we watched a show called Finding You, and my dear friend Maggie is in the show, has been in the show. We've only seen 3 episodes. I think there are 7. And Jill is going to be an extra at one of them. I don't know if I'm supposed to mention this. But, if I am, then someone will tell me and I'll take it out. But, yeah, so we were watching the show the other day. And the end credits are like, hey, here are all the people who helped us. People donated. Here are the extras. Here are the other people. And the music for the show is by these people. And Jill said, hey, you could have a song on there. That could be your band on there. And I thought, well, actually, I think the more appropriate role for me, if I'm going to be on a TV show or a short film or whatever, would be, guy you hear in your headphones. It'd be like, guy on the radio, but nobody listens to the radio anymore. Or like, guy on the podcast who they're listening to. Like if you walk into somebody's room and they're like, hey, we need to talk. And he turns off his phone and he's listening to a podcast. And that guy would be me. Like the podcast would be me. It wouldn't have to be like this show. Like they'd give me lines or whatever. But yeah, I thought about that yesterday and thought it would be fun. So if you are doing any kind of project like that and you'd like a guy to be a podcast host in your show, let me know. Reach out. themeltingpat.com is where you find all of that. And I could do that, right? Just read some stuff. I could do it right here. Read some stuff, send it into you, and then you put it on your TV show, and people listen and go, wait, that guy sounds familiar. Or not. I don't know. Should I be soliciting that on the show? I don't know. Are any TV people listening to anybody like creating a show or a short, and they need like, oh, one more thing we need. They're going to be listening to a podcast. Why not? Why can't that be me? Why couldn't that be me? Right? Let me know. I'll read whatever you want, unless it's like racist or homophobic or something like that. Within reason, I'll read what you want, and we'll put it in the show. But I'll put myself in your show. All right, then you can come on my show and talk about making your show, because that will be fun, right? No, is any of this resonating with anyone? Is anyone listening? Okay, so let's do the song. Now that we got that out of the way, let's do the song, and then we'll do the rest of the show. So this comes to us from our new friends, Misty Eyed. You can find them on Twitter at Misty Eyed GA, and they have a link tree, and the link to that will be in the show notes. Shout out to Hope Vista for indirectly turning me on to this band. I mentioned a few weeks ago when I think I played Mega Wave that Hope wrote a piece on women in music. There's a huge fly in here. Holy. Wow. That is, it just like, it went right across the room here, right in front of me. And that thing was massive. Where'd it go? All right. Nobody cares. All right. I'll try to get it later. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes, Hope Vista. Thank you, my friend, for writing this piece on women in music. And I reached out to a bunch of the bands, and a couple of them got back to me. Misty Eyed was one of them. So we're going to play their song. Also, thanks to the people on Twitter who voted in the poll. I decided, hey, let's see which song we're going to play. And based on your votes, we're going to play SOS. This is from their EP, Samsara. I said that right, didn't I? I asked them how to pronounce it, and I may have still gotten it wrong. But check out their EP. It is available now. The Spotify thing will be in the show notes. And that's all, right? Yeah, the Linktree thing will be there, too. Anyway, here you go. The song is SOS. It's Misty Eyed. It's the Melting Pat. Back in a bit.
Just who
There you have it, our new friends Misty Eyed with their song SOS from their AP Samsara. That's available now. Go check them out. Where do you get your stuff? Thank you very much. The Melting Pat. Did we do that already? I don't know. Heavy riff. I love it. Oh, gosh. I don't know if that was right or not. So patrons just got to see and hear like a whole thing. Like my computer sound card is not working right now. So what I do when you hear the song, I also hear it because I have to, remember what the riff is when I come back. And so for whatever reason, nothing was playing. And so I had to do it through my phone, and it was a whole big thing. So hopefully I'll be able to listen and edit the show. But that matters not for you, because if it didn't work, then you don't hear this. And if it did, then you are hearing this and everything was fine. So there you go. Misty Eyed GA on Twitter. And that's MistyEyed. Misty Eyed is the name of the band. So go check them out. Tell them I sent you. Don't tell them that I just botched that riff. But I will say that record is fantastic. Samsara, Samsara is the EP. It's available now. So go check that out. It's a really good record. And I'm glad they let me feature it. So yes, and thanks to everybody who voted for the song. Oh, speaking of voted, damn it. I forgot about the movie titles. Let me do that. You know what we'll do? We'll do it at the end, because I'm going to do all this stuff first, and that's a fun thing. And we'll pick a winner of our favorite movie title. God damn it. All right, now I got to look some stuff up while I do this. So I'm going to be distracted here because I'm a dope and I forgot to put the movie titles on the list. So let me see. All righty. We're going to talk about me having to deal with IT again because, well, it happened again. Oh my God, it was really bad. I'm not a fan of having to deal with IT. So you may remember a couple years ago, no, maybe less than a year ago, whenever it was, I had to, for some reason, my password was screwed up, and I had to worry about, I couldn't get onto the system. And so I thought, okay, they got that resolved. It should be fine. So I logged in, or I turned on my computer on Friday, and I logged in. I signed in, and then the computer thing popped up, or something popped up, a computer thing. It popped up and said, hey, run this BIOS update. And I have a very limited knowledge of what BIOS is and does. But from what I understand, if that's not up to date, things are going to stop working. So I said, okay, well, maybe that's not even true. Maybe I'm just misremembering stuff that I took a class in 2010 and have no real memory about it, except that I got a B and was able to graduate. So that helped. So one of my coworkers called me a couple weeks ago and said, yeah, this update took an hour and a half. I'm like, oh, all right, well, if I'm down, I'm down. What can I do? So it didn't take that long, but then, it's, hey, restart your computer and then you'll be good to go. And it says, hey, you need a recovery key. I'm like, okay, well, that sucks because I don't have that and I have no way to get that. And it's like, oh, try this and log into your account on another device. And that didn't really work out. And I was like, okay. So I called the help desk. I gave them the stuff they needed. They said, all right, somebody will call you. I gave them my number and I got nothing. So I waited a couple hours. I'm like, well, maybe other people are having problems. Maybe, I don't know, they need the one guy who can handle this is away doing something else and he's got a backlog, whatever. So I'm calling my boss, by the way. I'm like, hey, I can't get into my computer at all. And they said, well, call me back by this time. If it's not resolved, then you'll put in some leave or you'll come to the office. And I'm not going to the office because that's by the time I would have done that, I could have had this resolved. So I put in my time. So officially I was off and I'm waiting. I hear nothing for a couple hours. I'm like, okay, let's have lunch. And then I'll call the help desk again and say, hey, what's going on? So I called back. I got the same guy. And he said, yeah, somebody called and left a message and, you didn't answer. I'm like, I didn't get a call. What are you talking about? And he's like, oh, is your number this? And I said, nope, that's not my number. That's not it. You did that wrong. He's like, oh, I don't know how I screwed that up. I'm just like, well, because you're an idiot probably. But so you write it down again and I waited. And I waited some more, and I called back again, and I said, hey, like, I'm waiting for someone to call me back. I'm trying to get into my system so I can get some work done. And I got a different person who said, oh, yeah, it says they called you at, like, whatever time it was. I'm like, oh, he put a phone number in the ticket. So if you want to call him, because he's the guy who's going to help you, here's this number. So I said, oh, thank you. Why the first guy couldn't do that, I don't know, but he probably would have given me the number wrong anyway, or the wrong number. So I called the guy, and he's like, oh, yeah, we have that key right here. It's a long one. Here, I'll read it to you. And also, I emailed it to you. I said, oh, great. So as soon as I can get that, although I wish I would have realized that I could have gotten my email on my phone, which for whatever reason, it didn't work in the morning, but it worked on Tuesday, which was helpful because I needed it. So I would have saved myself like a half hour vacation time. But so that guy got me in like 5 minutes, and I said, hey, is this going to happen again? Like, is this just something I did wrong? Or is this like my computer just, misbehaving or whatever? He's like, yeah, other people have had problems. So I would write that down somewhere where you can get it just in case. And I said, okay, because I asked him, is it going to change? Like, if some update happens, is that code going to change? Am I going to have to do this again and sit on the phone for hours, like wait for hours for people to call me back? He's like, no, you should be all right. And if it changes, then, then you'll have to let us know. Or like, if that one's wrong, then let us know. I said, all right, fine. So it's a good thing he emailed it to me, because I turned on my computer on Tuesday. I took off Monday. And then I turned on my computer on Tuesday, and it said, hey, enter your recovery key. And I'm like, well, what the? Then I remembered that he emailed it to me, and I finally got it on my phone, and I got in with no problems. And today was fine, but man, what a pain in the ass, right? Like, what is the deal? Like, why is that? First of all, I guess, okay, so the first thing is I'm a little concerned that I'm having these problems with my work computer. Like, am I going to be fired? Is this how they let people go? Like, they just stop, your system just stops working. Like right now, in fact. Oh man, is this the last one I'm going to be employed when I do that? No, it's fine. I'm going to be fine. And then I thought, like, why, maybe, I was frustrated just trying to get back into I need this recovery thing. And I gave the guy my number correctly and didn't think to say, hey, can you read that back to me? Because it's also kind of insulting, right? If you're like, hey, read that back to me, make sure you're not an idiot and you got my number right. But I guess, yeah, have any number you get when you're talking to somebody on the phone. I guess that the lesson here is make sure they got it right. So have them read back your name and number so they get it right, so someone can contact you if they need to. There you go. That's my IT story again. Just like, it was really frustrating. The issue itself was frustrating, and the fact that once I got a hold of the guy who could fix it, it was done in less than 5 minutes. And I sat around here for hours. Like, I mean, I got to hang out with Jill and Arthur most of the day, so it wasn't like a total waste. But like, I waited for hours for a phone call that apparently went to a different number because some moron in IT wrote it down incorrectly, and that was supposed to be something that I should have accounted for. And I was just like, so, I don't know. It was really frustrating, and it was a rough couple of days, but here we are. We are good. We are back in business, doing the thing. Although, again, not right at the moment because things are down. But, yeah, as far as I know, I'm not fired, so that's helpful. It was just annoying. Super annoying. Not a fan, but we got back. We got back in there, and we are good to go, and we're trying to get the so yeah, the lesson there is anytime you give someone a phone number or something, any kind of number or digits over the phone, or if someone gives you digits over the phone, read the numbers back to them so everyone is on the same page and you make sure you get it right. That's the lesson. That's my, don't be like me. Don't be an idiot like me. And yeah, there we go. Nope, that's the wrong thing. There we are. All right. So, are we going to do the question first since we have a bunch of these up now, or are we going to do the Tony Hawk thing first? I'm going to pause, and we're going to figure this out, all right? Hold on. And we're back. There was a coin. Patrons got a whole bunch of bonus stuff today because they got to listen to me kind of riff on whatever it was while I did that. So if you want to hear some bonus stuff on this week's show, subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/themeltingpat, and you can listen to that and watch that there. See me in my headband and looking awkward and feeling short. So we can do that. Okay? No? Great. All right. So we're going to do, like I said, movie titles, favorite movie titles at the end, because that'll be a fun thing to wrap on. So let's talk about this. So Tony Hawk said the other day, not to me, like we weren't talking on the phone. He did an interview or posted on Instagram or something that a reboot of Tony Hawk 3 and Tony Hawk 4 was supposed to be done. It was planned. Well, no, maybe not supposed to be done, but that was the plan from Vicarious Visions, the company that brought us Tony Hawk 1 and 2, the remaster that came out a couple years ago, which in my opinion is fantastic. I loved it. And I thought it would have been awesome. But then Vicarious Visions got bought out by Blizzard or acquired, folded into whatever you want to say. Blizzard now owns Vicarious Visions, and I guess they decided that Tony Hawk 3 and 4 was not a priority, and so I don't think the project got off the ground. But I don't understand how these acquisitions work. Like if I'm working for Vicarious Visions, right, and we have started Tony Hawk 3 and 4, the remaster. Like we're in the stages of, let's say people have actually started working on the programming of the game. So we're beyond like storyboard ideas and like we're out of the planning phase and we're into implementation. We're into like people are physically doing work on this game, right? So let's go there. I don't know how video games are actually made, but let's just say that, people have started with the code and all this other stuff. Maybe it's not, physical anymore, but let's just say people have started doing the code work to put the game together, right? So we're in the project. So if that company then goes under, if it goes under, that's different, but that means you ran out of money and you can't finish the project. But if you get acquired by another company, like another game company, which is what happened here, I guess your new bosses would give you an assignment based on what they want you to do, but are you still able, like legally, are you still able to work on that game? So like if I work for Vicarious Visions, and I hope I'm saying that is the name of the company, right? If I work for them and I'm working on Tony Hawk 3 and 4, and then we get bought out by Blizzard and then say, hey, you're going to work on, I don't know what do they do? Overwatch? I have no clue. Overwatch or Fortnite, where the hell they work on. Hey, you're going to do this for this game. Okay, great. Can I also like on the side have a couple of buddies and still work on Tony Hawk 3 and 4? Like, is that a thing? I'm not saying like I'm going to have time to do that, but like, am I going to lose my job? Or am I going to like get arrested for tampering with intellectual properties or whatever, right? Am I going to get in any kind of trouble if I sit there and still like on the side kind of tinker with Tony Hawk 3 and 4 to get this game made? Is that possible? Anybody who works in video games, I'd like to hear about this. I'd like to know like what maybe if you worked for Vicarious Visions and you were in talks with this project, is there anything other than your own time or lack thereof preventing you from working on this game? Reach out to meltingpat.com. I'd like to know. I'm just curious. Like I again loved Tony Hawk 1 and 2. It was really fun. Had a great time with it. I never really played Tony Hawk 3. I didn't play that much. I never played 4, I don't think. So 3 and 4, like a reboot of two other games in the Tony Hawk franchise by this same team would have been really fun. And I really hope that at some point this can still happen because, I mean, I think the other one was a success commercially. And a lot of, like, I'm in a Tony Hawk Facebook group. I talked about it a few months ago. There was a little snafu in there. And a lot of people want Tony Hawk Underground remade, which I've also never played. But I think going from, 1 and 2, obviously the next step would be 3 and 4. And then if that works again, or if that works well, then Tony Hawk Underground would be the next step after that, wouldn't it? Maybe? I don't know. But kind of a bummer because I loved the reboot, the remaster of 1 and 2, and I think people would have gotten a lot of play out of 3 and 4. And I think it would have really worked out. It would have been fun. It would have been fun for me. Let's just stick to me. I would have enjoyed it because I never really played either one of those games. And so being able to do it on a modern machine where I can actually sit down and, do it, that would have been fun. But apparently not to be. Who knows what's going to happen with Blizzard and them doing all their stuff. I don't know. But there you go. Who's to say that it can't happen, but it won't be under the same team because that team officially, I guess, no longer exists. But I hope it gets made. I really do, because I think a lot of people would enjoy it. And I'm kind of bummed out that we're not going to see it now, especially because Tony Hawk came out and said, yes, this was our plan. As far as I know, he's pretty well involved with the game, with the video games, as far as like getting them done and making sure things are correct and whatnot. So to hear him come out and say it, like, yeah, we wanted to do it, he seemed like he was pretty bummed out about it. So maybe he's got some pull. Maybe he can reach out to some people, or maybe it's a pipe dream. I don't know. But so it was planned. Tony Hawk 3 and 4 remake was planned, but I guess that's not going to happen now. So boo, Blizzard, boo, boo. Can we boo this? Thank you.
Boo this man!
Can we boo this man for Blizzard for costing us? Whoop, there we go. For costing us a shot at Tony Hawk 3 and 4. All right, so let's do this, and then we're going to go, because we've been here long enough, I think. Yeah, oh my God. Well, actually, a lot of that, I just looked at the timer, or the how long we've been doing this, but a lot of that time was me looking up the movie titles. So we're not going to do sports today. Congratulations to the Avalanche, and Bryce Harper's going to be out at least 6 to 8 weeks, I think, with a broken thumb. So there you go. I called it for the Avalanche, by the way. I knew it was going to happen, even though I barely watch the NHL at this point. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It happened on Sunday. They won it all. They won this. No three-peat for the Lightning, because the Avalanche went out and won the thing. There you go. Could I have done more with that? Maybe, but I don't watch the NHL enough. So there you go. Oh boy! Finally, this week, this one comes from a listener who wanted to know. He said, "Hey," he texted me a couple weeks ago and said, "Hey, idea for your show: favorite movie title, not favorite movie, favorite movie title." So we got a bunch of answers for this. Thank you to everybody for weighing in. I'm sorry I almost forgot to do it today. I don't know what happened, but it's better to end on this than the bummer that Tony Hawk news. So there we go. Oh boy. Moving in the chair here. I think we're good. I'm trying not to hit the microphone stand. I think that's the problem. But here we go. So Jen says, snakes on a plane. Solid. She also said, she added, there were no lies. There were snakes on the plane. There you go. Paul, our buddy Paul from What Lurks Behind Podcast Zero. Now, I want to mention, Paul wrote a bit of a novel on the Facebook thing. And Paul, you know better. You know better than to make me read out loud. So I got you. I'm not reading all that. But thank you. I appreciate the answer. He said, the bird with the crystal plumage. Did I say that right? I don't know. But thank you, Paul. Ben says, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. There you go. That's real? That's fun. That is really fun. Thank you, Ben. Is that real, or is that two movies? Ben, did you trick me? It sounds like this movie came out in 1973. Let's find out. If I'm right, I'm going to look this up right now. I may have been too late. Yes, that is a real movie. And it came out in... Come on. Tell me when it came out. God damn it. When did this movie come out? 1964. There you go. I was not close. Let's see. Jesse says, Deathbed, the bed that eats. You know, I haven't seen that movie, but I'm going to guess that movie title is very accurate. I like that answer. MAG says, don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Now, I have seen that movie. And it was actually on TV a couple of months ago. We put it on. It's so ridiculous. I love it. That's a good movie. Good pick. Also a good movie title. So a good pick. Thank you, MAG, for that one. Big Vic says, Santa with muscles. Urgh. He didn't do that. I don't know why I just did that, but Santa has muscles. Who played Santa in Santa with... You know, we're going to look this up, too. Who played Santa in Santa with Muscles? 1996. All right. Of course. Oh, God, I could have figured that one out. Hulk Hogan. Maybe, I don't know if he was Santa, but he's in the movie. Let me see. I've never heard of this movie. Yes, it is Hulk Hogan. Hold on. I want to read the synopsis. This is from Google, by the way. The movie, you can watch it for free on Tubi. It's got 1 star on IMDb. It says it's Christmas time and an evil multimillionaire accidentally hits his head, only to be convinced by a fiendish elf that he is Santa Claus. Stars Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to watch this Christmas. That sounds awesome. Who's in this? Hulk Hogan, Don Stark, Mila Kunis. Oh my, Garrett Morris, Ed Begley Jr. Oh my gosh. Put this on the list. Santa with muscles. I can't believe I've never seen that. Have I? I don't think I have. All right. Of course Hulk Hogan is Santa. Why not? Shizen, thank you, Shizen. This is a great pick. Freddy Got Fingered. Come on. Now, I saw that when it came out, and it was dumb. It made me laugh, but it was dumb. Like a lot of things. But as far as movie title, there you go. Solid pick. Damn, Inator says Death at a Funeral. That's good. I like that. That is a good pick. God damn it, Clock Shot. All right, Clock Shot initially said, I'm going to wait. This could turn out to be bad. I'm going to wait for some replies to roll in before I think of one. And then, so you think, like, all right, so Clock Shot's going to play it safe and maybe pick a Santa with muscles type thing, like a kid's movie. That sometimes they have dumb titles. No. Came back with Deep Throat. The safer route would have been Debbie Does Dallas, man. Come on. Come on, man. Ah, Jesus. Thank you. That made me laugh. I appreciate it. Crippla says Life Without Dick. There you go. There's some innuendo. No, we're not supposed to say that part out loud. I'm sure it's fine. Lockjaw says Superman. God damn it. All right, hey, favorite movie title? Maybe that's also his favorite movie. I don't know. Didn't ask him. But there you go. Finally, we have to get the one from the guy who asked the question here. Said Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Bowl-O-Rama. And I've never seen that movie. Is that available anywhere? But that is a great movie title. Can we, are we picking a winner here? Do we know? You know what? I'm going to put this up on social media, and we're going to see if we can come up with a winner here. All right, this movie came out in 1988. It is available on Pluto TV and Tubi. So there you go. It has 2.5 stars on IMDb. So there you go. Wait. Oh, it's not coming up. I was going to read the synopsis, but it's not coming up. Why is it not loading? Oh, that's so dumb. Damn it. All right. Well, Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Bowl-O-Rama is the pick from the guy who came up with the question. And I that is really funny. Hold on one second. All right, and we're back. So the reason that I paused there is I wanted to look up a movie. A movie title that I really like. It's called Mother May I Sleep with Danger. It turns out it looks like they made this, like they remade this. Because the original Mother May I Sleep with Danger came out in 1996. It was a TV movie. But when I looked it up, I Googled the movie, and the first thing that came up was the remake in 2016, starring James Franco. And so, Jesus Christ. All right, well, I am going to have to watch both of these, and I'm going to compare them, I guess. Where could I watch Mother May I Sleep with Danger? I don't know. Amazon, probably. So there you go. Oh, why am I doing this? I don't know. We've been here long enough. All right, so there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up on the website, all these movie titles that I just read to you. Thank you, everyone, for weighing in. I appreciate it. I'm going to put these on the website, and I'm going to let you vote. So I'm going to try to make a poll. I'll put it at themeltingpat.com. It'll probably be up before you hear this. No, you know what? I'm going to put it up on Sunday, and I'll share it with you then. Yeah, because you'd want to hear the show first, right? So there will be a poll, I hope, at themeltingpat.com with all of these movie titles, and I would like you to pick your favorite. Now, I'm not asking you to pick your favorite movie from this list. That's not what I'm saying. It's not the question. The question is, what is your favorite movie title? So, which of these titles do you like the best? So I'm gonna put them all. There are, a handful of them. They'll be all at the website, themeltingpat.com. Mine will be there too, Mother May I Sleep with Danger. That's the first one I thought of. And I didn't feel like thinking of another one. So my pick for this will be Mother Might Sleep with Danger. And then we'll have everybody vote and we'll figure it out. Okay? So I'll give you a week for the poll starting on Sunday. And then next week on the show, and I'll give you, not a week, I'll give you a couple days for the poll. And then next week on the show, I'll let you know the winner. Okay? And then maybe, oh, this is a good idea. Maybe what we'll do is we will, we're going to, we'll have a favorite that you decide, your favorite movie title, and then we'll do an episode about that movie. Does that sound good? Right? Does that sound like fun? No? All right, we'll try it anyway. We'll try it anyway. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, then I only wasted, 5 minutes putting this online. So there you go. My thanks to everybody who weighed in on that. My thanks to Misty Eyed for the tune. Check them out, Misty Eyed GA. That's at least on Twitter. And their Linktree thing will be in the show notes. If you would like, subscribe to the Patreon. It's $5 a month. You get to see me. You get some extra stuff. You get a bonus segment before every show. Today, you got a lot of bonuses. You got a lot of extra me today because I was looking stuff up and still talking at you. If you work in IT or if you're working any kind of business where you have to give people numbers over the phone, make sure they read them back to you and you read them like you read. Whenever someone gives you a number, you read it back to them to make sure it's correct. And if they give you a number, like you just make sure the numbers are right. Okay. Just confirm everything that was said so we don't have problems and everything will be fine. Okay. All right. I think we're good. I think we are good to go today. Congratulations to the Avalanche. And to cross your fingers and toes, the Phillies figure it out. If not, well, I don't know. But it's not, the best hitter on the team is going to be out for a while, and this is not the time for that to happen. Is there ever a good time for the best player on the team to be out with an injury? Of course not, but just so happens that they kind of need him. So we shall see. Look out for the poll on Sunday, themeltingpat.com. That'll be up there. That's also where you can find all of my stuff. You can sign up for the newsletter and get an extra dose of me every month. It's only once a month. I'm not going to sell your email address to anybody. Don't you worry. Or it could be more often. If you want more from more stuff from me, writing wise, let me know. And if you want, because there used to be on the website, you could subscribe to the website itself and get an email whenever I made a new post. If you'd like me to do that, let me know. I'll put your name on the list and I'll do that for you every time. Does that sound good? No one cares. All right. That's all. Speaking of at themeltingpat.com, again, that's where you get at me with all your questions, your comments, your concerns, and all that. And also click the network tab to find out what's going on around here, all the shows. The links to all that is there as well. And I think we're good, right? We did the music. We did the movie title thing. We did that. We did this. We're good. Don't be stupid if you're working in IT or anything like that. Subscribe to the Patreon. You know the drill. That is all. We have been here for a long time, and I think we're back up at work. So we're going to go and take care of some stuff. Thank you so much for being here. G-Love and Special Sauce with Cold Beverage. They're going to play us out as they always do. Philadelphonic.com for more from them. And that is all for today. Until next time, my friends, have fun. Be safe. Thank a veteran. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Get vaccinated and boosted when you can. And of course, don't do anything I wouldn't do. This has been an 8-Boiler production. You've been inside the Melting Pat. And we are good, right? Yes, we're good. I'll talk to you next time. Go have fun. Go crap open a cold one.